Hello and welcome to this session. A good instructor must be aware of several defects that might affect the teaching process. These pitfalls must be understood and avoided to improve the instructor's credibility and reputation.
Objectives. At the end of the session, you will be able to list the common defects that affect instruction, develop self-awareness to address personality defects, master effective preparation, presentation, and evaluation methods, and foster positive human relationships. Instructor trainee Hari has come to meet Master Trainer Daniel.
Sir, what are some of the common defects that can lead to bad instruction?
To be effective, the instructor must steer clear of typical defects such as personality defects, inadequate preparation, improper presentation methods, flawed evaluation processes, and insufficient attention to human relationships. Let's look at these defects in detail.
First, we will discuss the personality defects that instructors may exhibit. It's crucial to be aware of this as they can have a significant impact on the learning experience.
Instructors should avoid the following things while teaching. Nervousness. Displaying nervousness in the classroom can affect the effectiveness of instruction. Moreover, this would create a bad impression among the learners. Let's now look at the flip side. The instructor must remain calm and confident in front of the trainees for effective instruction. This will also create a better impression among the learners. Unnecessary actions. Displaying unnecessary actions while teaching might distract the learning process. You might also become a laughingstock among the trainees. Now, here's the flip side. Refrain from unnecessary actions. Make proper gestures effectively only when required. This would maintain a focused and professional demeanor throughout the teaching process. Bad mannerisms. Demonstrating inappropriate or unprofessional behavior is not conducive to effective teaching. It can create a negative learning environment and hinder student engagement. Instead, maintaining professionalism enhances the instructor's reputation, fostering a positive atmosphere for effective learning and building trust with students. Overconfidence. Being overly confident can lead to arrogance and hinder effective communication with learners. On the flip side, the instructor must create a positive environment for the learners to openly clarify their queries and concerns. Lack of interest or ambition. If the instructor is not interested in the profession, this would negatively affect the learners as well, leading to lack of engagement. On the other hand, instructors must maintain a genuine interest in the subject matter and a drive to impart knowledge effectively. Lack of mental alertness. Lack of mental alertness can impede the teaching process and should be addressed. Let's look at the flip side. The instructor must give complete focus when imparting concepts and must not get distracted. Lack of manipulation ability. The inability to effectively manipulate the learners leads to ineffective learning. On the flip side, effective manipulative techniques get the trainees involved throughout the learning process.
This is eye-opening. I can now see how these personality defects can impact the learning environment.
I'm glad to hear that. Now, as we move forward, I want to stress that recognizing these defects and actively working on improving ourselves as instructors is really important. Next, we'll discuss inadequate preparation. This common pitfall can have a significant impact on the quality of instruction.
Common pitfalls to avoid in instruction include inadequate syllabus analysis. Failing to thoroughly analyze the syllabus can lead to incomplete coverage of course content. Here's the flip side. Complete analysis of the syllabus before instruction helps to cover all the required portions on a set target time. Misunderstanding course objectives. Being unaware of the primary objectives of the course would lead the instruction to a dead end. The learners would not get any benefit from this. To tackle this, instructors must grasp the primary goals of the course to ensure effective teaching. Poor planning for training aids. Inadequate planning regarding the use of training aids can hinder the teaching process. To avoid embarrassment, plan well when using training aids, ensuring they align seamlessly with the lesson content and enhance rather than detract from the overall learning experience. Lack of subject knowledge. Insufficient expertise in the subject matter can undermine the instructor's credibility and the learning experience. On the flip side, it is very important for the instructor to have full authority over the subject that is imparted to the learners. Irrelevant instructional materials. Providing irrelevant written materials can confuse learners and detract from the educational value. Instead, use only relevant materials required for meeting the primary learning objectives of the course. Ineffective learner involvement. Learning gets hindered and ineffective during long lecture monologues. To make it more effective, instructors should be able to organize methods for engaging learners effectively in the learning process.
That's interesting. I'm eager to apply these strategies.
That's a great attitude. Remember, preparation is not a one time effort, it's an ongoing commitment to provide the best learning experiences for our trainees. Next, we will discuss presentation methods. Effective presentations are at the core of what we do, and it's equally vital to be aware of what not to do when presenting.
Instructors should steer clear of the following ineffective practices. Incorrect presentation methods. Beginning a subject without proper introduction or motivation can hinder understanding. For more effectiveness, start by giving a brief introduction to the topic, thereby making it easier for the learner to understand better. Inappropriate instructional methods. Using dictation as a teaching method, especially in vocational training, is generally ineffective. On the flip side, consolidate the information into relevant blocks and present it in an interesting way with examples. Inadequate questioning techniques. Failing to employ appropriate questioning methods can hinder learner engagement and may unintentionally put undue pressure on learners. Here's the flip side. Implementing a variety of questioning techniques and adapting them to the learner's needs can promote engagement and enhance comprehension. Improper utilization of teaching or training aids. When the teaching or training aids are not effectively used, this can result in diminished communication and comprehension, leading to adverse educational outcomes. To tackle this, plan the usage of teaching aids effectively that might properly align with the subject that is being taught. Inadequate vocal control. Shouting or murmuring while presenting subject matter can disrupt the learning environment. Here's the flip side. The instructor must modulate the voice that is appropriate for the room size and the number of learners present. Unrelated assignments. Providing irrelevant assignments can lead to confusion and reduce the effectiveness of the training. On the other hand, offering assignments that directly align with the learning objectives and real-world applications enhances clarity and boosts the training's effectiveness.
Thank you for these insights. I will keep these in mind and work on avoiding them in my training sessions.
You're welcome. Just remember that effective presentations take practice and continuous improvement. Let's talk about another important aspect, the evaluation process. We will be discussing some common issues and flaws that can occur in this process.
In the evaluation process, instructors should avoid the following pitfalls. Improper evaluation methods. Using inappropriate methods for assessment can lead to inaccurate assessments of learners' abilities, hindering their educational progress and development. Here's the flip side. Implementing appropriate evaluation methods tailored to learning objectives and individual needs ensures accurate assessment and supports educational growth. Unfair evaluation and partiality. Conducting evaluations unfairly, which may favor certain individuals, can undermine the integrity of the assessment process. On the flip side, the instructor must ensure fair and unbiased evaluations. This upholds the integrity of the assessment process and promotes equal opportunities for all individuals. Inaccurate evaluation. Inaccurate evaluation can misjudge the learner's progress and may reduce confidence among learners. On the other hand, ensuring that the assessment accurately reflects the learner's knowledge and skills is crucial for effective evaluation.
Now I understand that identifying and rectifying flaws in the evaluation process is critical for the success of our training programs.
You're welcome, Hari. Always keep these points in mind. Lastly, another important aspect of instruction that needs attention is the role of human relationships.
Instructors should be cautious of the following shortcomings: neglecting to assess trainees' standard. Failing to evaluate the trainee's existing knowledge and skill level can result in ineffective teaching. Now here's the flip side. Understanding the learner's knowledge levels through initial assessments can help the instructor decide the correct approach. Overlooking competency and grasping power. Not measuring the competency and grasping power of the learners can lead to ineffective training. On the flip side, the ideal instructor must assess the learner's competency and grasping power and plan the training methods to enhance effectiveness. Neglecting to foster a friendly atmosphere. Learning takes a serious toll in a tense atmosphere, inhibiting open communication and hindering the development of a positive student-teacher relationship. On the flip side, creating a welcoming and supportive learning environment is essential for effective teaching and engagement, encouraging students to feel comfortable expressing their thoughts and concerns.
By avoiding these common pitfalls, you'll become a more effective instructor, creating a positive learning experience for your trainees.
This discussion has been incredibly enlightening. I'm eager to apply these principles in my teaching. Thank you, sir.
This brings us to the end of the session. In this session, you have learned the common defects that affect instruction, such as personality defects, inadequate preparation, improper presentation methods, flawed evaluation processes, and insufficient attention to human relationships. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next session.